Do need alignment? Go to Flynn'sTire.com for a $10 off coupon. While you're at Flynn's, get a free 15-point visual maintenance check for any other potential problems. You can get your car repaired anywhere, but doesn't it make sense to go to Flynn's, named top shop in all of North America? The next time you need car care, go to Flynn's Tire and Auto Service.
And tell them Flinny sent you.
From Italian specialties to the famous fish fry, you want the fireplace. 5 Points Poland.
Need a furnace and AC checkup? Call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
The Storm Team 27 forecast. Cloudy skies tonight, scattered rain or thunderstorms, a low 50. Showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm on Sunday with a high 70. Showers, thunderstorms possible Sunday night, a low 56. And partly sunny on Monday, maybe a shower and a high 77.
Temperature 76.
All right, welcome everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and we get to do this here on Saturdays. We talk about things that are going on in tech, and we open up the lines so that if any of you out there have any questions or anything has you stumped, I'm lending my brain out here on a Saturday, so feel free to give us a call, 330-729-9977. Sort of what we do here is we sort of collaborate. We let you out there in the public ask questions, and we use those things to start the conversation. And then there are a lot of people that even if you share your question with us, then they're too shy to call. They might get their question answered by proxy. So make sure you get those calls in, and we'll discuss them at as much length as necessary. And that's sort of that collaboration where we all get together and we get a little bit smarter every Saturday. And the goal is to make this tech thing, these computer things, something that's non-intimidating. Because if you're more likely to get your hands dirty and experiment and dream a little bit when you're not afraid to break that big magical box that's sitting in front of you. So we try to do that, make it a less intimidating deal. So a lot of you out there will, use this thing as a bigger and badder tool, and then you'll be just more capable. 330-729-9977 is the phone number. Later in the show, we're going to have Dena talk to us. We have a TedX event that is in our future, and so we're going to have her come on the air and share a little bit. So if you have any questions, what's cool about doing this kind of stuff is that if you want to know more about something, we have some expertise that comes through the doors, and you can ask your questions, and then again we get to help everybody get a better understanding about the stuff that's going on. I did want to mention right off the get-go, we put a lot of effort into buying local and supporting other entrepreneurs in the Youngstown area. So if you've got nothing and you can head downtown, the Youngstown Flea's going on. Make sure you support the entrepreneurs and the vendors that show up. Derek McDowell is a real good friend of all of our endeavors, and so make sure that you go down there and show support for our man Derek down there. We like to show, like I said, we show up in mass and we show our support, and then these things are lasting. They're not something that dry up in a couple months. We show them that we're good consumers. So 330-729-9977. I did want to bring up we a lot of issues in the beginning of the year where people are buying equipment. Okay, I work mostly the commercial side of the business, and we also have residential services. But we all buy these computers, and we have stuff that costs a couple $100, and we have stuff that costs a couple $1,000 and everything in between. So one of the questions I get on a regular basis, I've got some money to spend. I want to replace this machine, but what am I giving up by going on the low side? And should I be more on the high side, or what does it mean? What does all this stuff mean? The gigabytes and the processing power and the video card and all this kind of stuff. So I just wanted to sort of lend some of the terminology that a lot of us use and break it down so what it should mean to you as a user. I'm going to assume that you are a residential user. So everything I'm going to explain isn't something that we're committing in an office space or a workplace. This is something that you're going to be having in your home. Now, I would tell you that most of the computers that we come across in the field are overpowered for how people are using them. So if you have a $2,000 machine and you're checking your email on it, chances are that you paid for equipment that you're barely using. And so we don't want to see that happen. We want you to buy just as much equipment as you need for your usage. So we ask the question. Every computer guy does it, and I know it's annoying, but it's part of the drill. What are you going to be using this for, right? So you don't want to say, I'm just going to check my email, because everybody's going to sell you the $200 special at Walmart. And so you start dreaming of things that you could do. Okay, well, maybe I will edit some videos. I'm not going to do it every day, but I want a computer that's going to edit videos, or I want to be cutting audio, or I want to be, designing scratch graphics. But when you can look into the future and know what you're most likely to be able to get into, then you can pick out hardware that can accomplish those things. So your day-to-day computer that you're going to be using, that's the one that's going to take the most wear and tear. So what you want to do is you want to sort of buy on the lowest side that you can, because you're going to beat it up, you're going to carry it to school with you, or you're going to take it out in the road. And if that's the one that's going to die, you don't want it to be the $2,000 version. You want it to be the $400 version. So I use a Chromebook for the most part for my day-to-day checking the internet, checking my email. I can't really run programs on it. I'm not going to do much design work on it. It's just going to be this thing I take in the field to do my 99% of everything that I do. And a Chromebook costs about $300, okay? And it's a full, it's got a touchpad and a keyboard, and it can get on the internet. It's got a nice screen, and it's got pretty good audio. So, I mean, it can be used as a laptop, but the only thing you can't do is start installing just all of your programs. So if you've got anything that you can open in a browser, you can use on a Chromebook, okay? So think of Google Chrome, and you're on a desktop. Anything that you can run in that browser is capable of running on one of these Chromebooks. So it's perfect for, like, if you have, the elderly who are just checking 5 websites and their email. It's perfect. You're not going to have to buy a $1,000 machine when all you really need is a browser, and the Chromebook is perfect for getting that browser. Now, the second group, the middle group, is going to be I have a little bit, I have programs. I'm not really pushing the envelope as far as video goes. I'm not pushing the envelope on audio. I want it to run well, but I'm not necessarily in need of a high performance deal. So this is where we're going to coach you into a middle of the road piece of equipment. Okay, so you're getting on the internet, but sometimes you do other stuff. You want to budget for about $800 for this one. So low end was $300 when all you're doing is sort of web stuff. $800 is sort of that middle of the road. So when you're shopping this, you're pretty much going, if you're going on the retail side or you're ordering it online, or you call us and tell us that you're looking for a machine, you're saying, hey, I want to go, I'm residential and I want to go middle of the road. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get an i5 processor. You're going to get 8 gigs of RAM. And dependent if you want a solid state, which I'm going to try to talk you into a solid state drive every time over a mechanical one, just because of the performance. There's about a $50 difference between a mechanical drive and a solid state. So if you can afford to go from 800 to 850, then definitely I would take the one that has a solid state. Now, what happens when you go solid state is you lose a little bit of the capacity. Okay, so whereas you would go with a mechanical drive and you would have 1 terabyte of data, right? It would be on a mechanical drive that's basically, think of records that spin super fast, and the records are read. So that's when I say mechanical. There's a motor in there that spins these things super fast, and that ends up being sort of the slowest part of the computer. Now, a solid-state drive, it works more like your memory, your high-speed RAM. So you're going to get less capacity. So if you're doing things like movie storage and lots of music, you're going to have to make sure that you have an external drive or a secondary drive to house all of your stuff. Solid-state drives are smaller, okay, for the same money. You can get a 1 terabyte solid-state drive, but you're going to spend $700 on the drive itself. So if space isn't your issue, we recommend getting a drive that is small enough that you need, and it'll still be within that cost range if you only added $50 to the cost. So 8 gigabytes of memory is what we expect. An i5 7th generation is what we expect, and then a solid state drive, and all around $900 is where I would put you. Now, if you're a gamer or performance is what you're interested in, you're watching a bunch of movies, you don't like the lag, and I would say that a desktop that now you crest outside of the $1,000 for, because the video cards are what ends up pushing there. So the typical video card is going to be integrated on the motherboard that you purchase on your computer. Once you get an expansion card, something that is separate outside of the board, you're sort of adding to the cost in its entirety. So a decent video card is going to start at about $250, and a really good gaming card, you can be at $400 pretty quick. So after you're going to include that $850 that we picked out for our middle one, and you're going to add either between a $250 and a $400 video card on top of it, and that's where you get into the $1,000, $1,100, something like that range. But when you're shopping it out, and you're volleying back with the retail guy, and you just walked up to that person and said, "Hey, I'm looking," and they said, "What are you going to do with it?" And then you're going into your imagination and trying to figure out. You could start using the language. You know what they're trying to do. They're trying to line you up with hardware that can do what it is that you're going to do. And I will tell you, a salesperson doesn't want to be wrong. Okay, so they want to qualify you to the point. Are you going to be doing heavy stuff, top of the line stuff, so they can put you in something that's capable of doing that. If you go back and forth too much and they're confused, you're going to end up overbuying hardware, and we see that a whole lot. And so, but if you go in there as an educated consumer, then when you start volleying with your retail guy, say, "Hey, look, I'm looking middle of the line road. I'm looking for an i5, at least 8 gigabytes of memory, and a solid state drive that's around 256." Now you just put them on a very direct path to what you're looking for. Now you can start shopping. Then they can say, because you got the basics down. All right, you're going to be in that price range because there's not much, room. There's not much cost that gets added when you start picking out other options like sound and all that kind of stuff. So you're truly going to take about 90% of the qualifying out of play when you go in there and you make a statement like that. So just a little helpful advice about cutting some corners on the back and forth. I hate shopping for computers and I hate shopping for cars. Those are two things that if I never had to do it again, I would be a happy guy. And the reason being is it's a chess match between two educated persons, right? And you both have an end. They want to make a sale, you want to make a purchase. They know a lot, you know a lot. And it always feels like it's a game that you're playing. And I just want to buy and see you later. So if I know what I want, you don't even need to pop it out of the box, right? Just show me where that is here and I'm going to take it with me and go home. But it always gets complicated when you get sales in it. So I'm not anti-sales, I'll tell you that. I mean, I have a lot of respect for people who do that for a living because it's not an easy job by any means. But if from a consumer standpoint, it'd be a lot easier if you didn't have to play that so much. All right, 330-729-9977. If you want to get on the lines, call. We also have text messaging here, so if you too bashful to get on the phone lines, you can always text 333-1570, and I will check those text messages throughout the program, and I'll read them on air. And it works the same way. You ask a question, and then I will talk about it in length that everybody listening will know context and be able to learn a little bit about through those questions. So make sure if you're out and about today and you can't make the phone call that you at least text us 333-1570. And the stream, we do have a little different camera angle today because we want to make sure that when we have Dena on the program that you all can see Dena. And so if you're checking the stream, make sure, if you're not checking the stream, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, just about every video streaming. Look for the Youngstown Computer Show, and for sure you'll be able to find us over there. So 330-729-9977. I do want to tell you about Youngstown Computer, and we are in sort of that spring mode now. The weather is cooperating where we can help you do some of the maintenance on your computer that this time of year lends itself really well to do. So what we suggest is you really don't do any kind of moving around and maintenances through the winter because of how dry the air is. And, your equipment is real susceptible to static discharge. So if you start moving things around, you risk, shorting something out just by, touching a board or touching a component. And we just really don't like taking the risk. But once summer comes and we get a little humidity in the air, not so dry, not so many electrons floating around, then we can pop the case open and we can blow these things out and get all the garbage that accumulates inside your computer throughout the winter. So now's the time to do it. So I posted a video earlier in the week about doing this on your own. I popped 3 different form factors of cases, showed you how to open it, showed you what to key in on. So make sure if you're interested in doing that yourself, go ahead and check out that video and just follow the guidance that I set out in there. So just check out the Youngstown Computer page on Facebook. for that. But if you're interested, need us to do it, make sure you call Youngstown Computer 330-259-7278. And our guys are doing those maintenance cleans. We do it for $100 this time of year because we want to get it all done in one nice little window. Next week is going to be a little bit rainy in the beginning of the beginning of the week. So, again, I don't like taking stuff out when weather is going to be an issue. But if you want to take advantage of that, I will open that up as of Monday. So get those scheduled, and those guys will do those cleanings. Really important that, these things are real susceptible to overheating. Okay, so if you're a smoker or you've got an environment that's heavy with dust and stuff like that, it's going to accumulate inside the computer. It's going to, all the surface areas of the metallic parts inside are going to be, blanketed with that stuff. And then it's like your computer's wearing a coat in there. And it's just not going to be able to dissipate the heat well enough, and then the equipment just doesn't last as long as it otherwise would. So it helps with the longevity of the equipment, and if you're interested in keeping it more than 5 years, then that's the way to do it. So again, that number 330-259-7278. All right, we're going to take a break, come back for a quick segment, and then Dena's going to be joining us here probably about 10 minutes from now. All right, you're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Anyone who tells you you're too late to invest in cryptocurrencies has no idea what's about to happen next. I'm Tika Tiwari. I'm a former hedge fund manager, and I worked on Wall Street since the 1980s. Through the dot-com boom, the housing boom, the gold boom, cryptocurrencies are the most compelling opportunity I've seen in 30 years. The only one you can start with just $100 and change your life. So I've teamed up to create a short course on crypto investing to help you learn, prepare, and profit. It shows you everything from what cryptocurrencies are, how they work, how to buy them, and what to buy. Even if you think the crypto bubble has burst, or you're too late, or too old, or technologically challenged, you must see this education course now. Go to howtocryptoclass.com now. That's howtocryptoclass.com.
Hey friends, are you looking for patio furniture for the holiday coming up? Well, Applegate Furniture has the largest selection I've seen. In fact, got a few of their pieces. Swings, gliders, picnic tables, all available in wood or that maintenance-free poly lumber. It's pretty sweet. Applegate Furniture, storage sheds from Alpine Structures also, and the area's only all redwood play sets for kids. Applegate Furniture, Route 224, across from Wendy's in Canfield. Applegate Furniture.
Flying out of the Pittsburgh Airport? Visit Air Marino Airport Parking for valet airport parking and free shuttle transportation. Every day, all for just $6.50 a day, $44.95 first week. I-376 exit 50 to Floggerty Road. For more information, visit airmarino.com.
Buy the package, not the box. Ducut and Toro have everything you need to make quick work of your lawn work. Reliable Toro lawnmowers starting at $259. American-made Toro Zero Turns starting at $22.99. Fully assembled, serviced, and delivered ready to mow. Ducut backs every Toro sold with expert parts and service. Why go anywhere else? Ducut in Warren and Boardman. Count on Toro, count on Ducut.
Let yourself go to Ducut. Are you missing out on doing the things you love to do because of hip or knee pain is holding you back? The award-winning Center for Joint Replacement at Trumbull Regional Medical Center can help. Join orthopedic surgeon Dr. Tom Jones on Thursday, May 17th at 6 p.m. at Robbie Lee's Restaurant and Banquet Center, located on 425 Ridge Road in Newton Falls. Dr. Jones will discuss solutions for arthritis and joint pain, including non-surgical treatment options to minimally invasive joint replacement surgery. To register for this free event, call 1-800-679-3606.
Now is the perfect time for your brand new spa from Burnett Pools. Listen closely. Between now and May 21st, with the purchase of a new hot spring spa, receive a free Ace saltwater system valued at $1,200. You heard me right. A $1,200 value for free. Why a saltwater spa, you might ask? It just feels better. Forget about the dry skin, irritated eyes, or chlorine odor. Enjoy relaxing in a more natural spa water, all while spending less time caring for your spa. Our exclusive saltwater hot tub creates a dramatically different spa experience with water that looks, feels, and even smells great. Stop by any Burnett Pools location in Cortland, Kansas, Canfield or Newcastle and get a free Ace saltwater system with any hot spring spa between now and May 21st.
Burnett Pools, we've got it all.
Mother's Day is this weekend, and if you haven't stopped by Altiers Home and Garden Center, well, now is the perfect time. Altiers carries gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals, perennials that bloom year after year. Yard and patio accessories, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood. And of course, Altiers has unique gifts perfect for mom or that special lady in your life. Altiers Home and Garden on South Avenue near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
When you see 570 WKBN broadcasting live around the valley, stop by and spin the Pizza Hut prize wheel for a chance to win prizes. All day, every day, 2 pizzas, $5.99 each with 2 toppings each. No one out delivers the Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
When it comes to hiring, you don't have time to waste. You need to get to a short list of qualified candidates fast. That's why you need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screener questions based on your job requirements. Then zero in on qualified candidates using our intuitive online dashboard. Your time is precious. Let Indeed help you get to your short list of qualified candidates. Post a job today at Indeed.com/hire. Search for greatness. Search Indeed.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks, there's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
Temperature 76.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. Hey, I want to guilt you right off the get-go here. I was having a conversation with someone last night, and they said that they don't want to be the kind of parent that their kids always see them looking down at their phone, and they only break from looking at their phone to have, short 3-word answers. And I kind of said, oh yeah, we're in that generation where everybody texts when they're driving and texts when they're walking around, and socially we're really hitting a problem with distractions, and we all say it, but we all do it at the same time. Because after that person, we had this conversation, I started noticing that no matter where you're at, I don't care if it's parents sitting on the sidelines at a soccer game, people at restaurants, it is everywhere. And I mean, this is an addiction to the level where, our kids are going to know us by, they have to create interruptions so you'll pay attention to them. So I'm going to guilt all of you now, and just like I've done, which mostly parenting is one guilt to the next guilt to the next guilt. But I want to remind you that, let's break away from these electronics for some intervals. Maybe create some rules where you dump off the phone when you come home from work and you don't pick it up again until, the next day. I don't know if our addiction can survive that. How many hours can you go without realizing that you don't have your phone? I mean, whether or not we're in elevators or we're waiting in the waiting room somewhere, getting into our car, getting out of our car. I mean, it's getting a little bit insane that how much it's wrecking into lives, because we're not good at life as it is, right? We don't need any distractions. We're already, behind the 8 ball when it comes to managing ourselves, because it's a difficult thing. I mean, we're moving at 1,000 miles an hour, and we've got 1,000 things to do. We do not need to have things, getting in our way. So as parents, as, friends, as relatives, I want you to look up, and what you're going to notice is that you were at one. So you can't come from the place of, look at these idiots, because you were an idiot too. Right. So you need to put down the phone a little bit, start recognizing it, and maybe, suggesting, not in an idiot way. You don't have to insult anybody, but call their attention to it, because that's all that really it took for me to notice that I was being an idiot too, is that somebody had to say, I don't want to be the parent that's looking down as I'm looking down at my phone. Right. And so I had that little awakening there. I don't want to be that parent. I don't want to be that friend. And, as much, if it annoys you, and you ever read that billboard that said even drivers who text hate drivers that text. It's a real thing. And I was just reading an article about Google where they are starting to fight the tech addiction. It has a name. I mean, this is a real thing if Google is working on it. And I will tell you, if we control ourselves, it's a lot easier than if we have to now depend on a tech company to rule out our addictions. I mean, it's insane. Come on. I mean, this is crazy talk here. All right, we're going to come back and talk to Dena about TedX when we come back. The number, 330-729-9977. Feel free to get up on the lines, and you can ask Dena questions as we go along. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
what's happening in the Valley. 27 First News reports Ralph Infant was found guilty on 22 counts. The former mayor of Niles was sentenced to 10 years in prison in order to pay more than $51,000 in restitution to the city of Niles. He apologized in court yesterday, but also maintained he believed he did nothing wrong. YSU football player Malik Richmond has been taken off the sex offender registry. Richmond has been declassified as a juvenile sex offender. In 2013, he was found delinquent of one count of rape of a 16-year-old back in 2012. The Mahoney County Land Bank's in the midst of a $14 million residential housing demolition program that'll stretch into mid-2019. They plan to tear down houses in North Benton, Washingtonville, Youngstown, Milton, Beaver, and Smith Townships. From the all-new and 2018 Power Chevrolet Buick GMC of Calcutta, Ohio newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 2.
Belmont Eye Clinic has your tickets to Cirque du Soleil Crystal at Covelli Center. Stop by and enter today. No purchase necessary, must be 18 years or older. Belmont Eye Clinic, 2 great locations. Westford Center on Route 224 in Canfield or Belmont Avenue in Liberty.
Congratulations! You just won a 7-day cruise, all expenses paid.
7-day cruise? Nobody just wins a 7-day cruise. Sorry, but being at home doesn't make me stupid. And the vacations on TV are so expensive. But I do think it would be nice to just get away for a moment. Thank goodness I found iPlay.com. Once I downloaded the application to my PC, I found a whole new world of adventures. I can play over 2,500 games like Paris Mysteries, Las Vegas Casino, and Lost Lands, all for a low monthly subscription with no extra fees. I can travel the world from right here at home, and I don't have to think about ridiculous scams or costly vacations. iPlay.com is free to download and easy to use. I deserve to have some fun, and now I do every day on iPlay.com. If you want to get away and have some fun like me, download iPlay to your PC and start your own home adventure right now.
This is Dave Johnson, owner of the historic Spread Eagle Tavern and Inn of Hanoverton, Ohio. If you're looking for that special occasion dining experience, then the Spread Eagle Tavern is the place for you. I would like to personally invite you to the Spread Eagle, a place that takes you back in time with period antiques, white linen tablecloth, and a gourmet dining experience that is second to none. Reservations are recommended 330-223-1583. I hope I see you there soon.
DMXI, the name the Valley has grown to trust with medical imaging, has now expanded their services to include personal injury cases. If you're involved with a personal injury case and would like to save money on your medical imaging, just remember DMXI. Remember, it's your choice where to have your imaging done, and Dr. Adam Crouch and his team will be there to help you receive the best imaging services possible. See all of their services at DMXI.com or just stop in. DMXI, just off Todd Avenue in Boardman.
Mother's Day is this weekend, and if you haven't stopped by Altiers Home and Garden Center, well, now is the perfect time. Altiers carries gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals, perennials that bloom year after year. Yard and patio accessories, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood. And of course, Altiers has unique gifts perfect for mom or that special lady in your life. Altiers Home and Garden on South Avenue near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
Hi, this is Bob Davis with Fairway Ford in Canfield. And people tell me all the time that they hate their salesperson running back and forth to the mystery man in the back room. Well, at Fairway Ford, that's not our way. You're with only one person throughout your entire purchase experience. Our sales team is empowered to work everything out right in front of you within minutes. You'll know all the numbers, including discount, rate, and payment. So see us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
We all know being a mom is a full-time job. Why not treat her extra special this year and go to Unique Pampering in Grove City, PA? They have all the essentials to guarantee your mom has the best Mother's Day yet. And when you treat mom with a gift certificate for our total relaxation package, we'll throw in a free visit to our salt room. She'll come home totally relaxed after her well-deserved manicure, pedicure, and facial. Stop in to Unique Pampering today at 112 South Broad Street in Grove City, PA, and give your mom the gift she deserves. Unique Pampering, a spa for you.
The clock is ticking. Every day you put off buying life insurance can cost you big time. The older you get, the more you'll have to pay. And a sudden accident or unexpected illness could cause your rates to skyrocket or even make you uninsurable. Beat the clock. Call SelectQuote now. No hassle, no obligation. In minutes, you'll have a choice of your best rates from up to 10 highly rated life insurance companies. Richard, 40 years old, takes meds to control his cholesterol. Still, SelectQuote got him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $25 a month. Under $1 a day. Don't risk your family's security another minute. Get your free quote now. Just call 800-280-8787. That's 800-280-8787. 800-280-8787. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's. Cool your home this summer. Call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
The Storm Team 27 forecast. Cloudy skies tonight, scattered rain or thunderstorms, a low 50. Showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm on Sunday with a high 70. Showers, thunderstorms possible Sunday night, a low 56. And partly sunny on Monday, maybe a shower and a high 77.
Temperature 76.
570 WKBN.com. Powered by Donnell Ford, Market Street, Boardman, with the largest Ford inventory in the valley.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and this is your Saturday show where we get to talk about things that are happening in tech. And we have a special guest here for the second portion of the Youngstown Computer Show. We have Dena Deluco. Dena is ushering a TedX event in the town. And so what we thought we would do is we would come to our audience here and we give a little explanation of what that means for all of us and how we can support it and all the details that we can share at this point. So Dena, let me introduce you here, and feel free to tell us all about what's going on.
Yeah, Joe, thanks for having me.
Sure.
So TedX. So it started with TED, and the TED conference is really around ideas worth spreading. And it started out as technology, entertainment, and design, and over 30 years ago. And it's kind of grown from that point, and they launched TedX, which is just a TED-type conference that is independently organized. And that's what we're doing here in Youngstown, TedX Youngstown.
And you were leading the way, I'm assuming, here?
Well, there's a lovely band of cohorts to help, yeah.
Okay, all right. And so just, let's take the audience here and give them a little idea. So when I come to a TED event, what should I expect? What kind of things is there to see?
So it could be anything. Our conference is really, it's called What If is our theme. And it's really just posing questions. It's kind of very general, very broad scope. Right. But you could see at a topic about absolutely anything. We have some really interesting people, both locally and globally, coming to be speakers at our event. Everything from the revitalization of the black walnut tree. And it sounds like a boring topic, but this guy, he knows his stuff, and he makes it really interesting. We have a local woman who is going to be talking about family history. And with, when I was a kid, we had all the sayings that Grandpa would say. We had so much tradition. And a lot of that, like you were talking about with tech, a lot of that is going away. So really how to keep that alive in our society, especially in this area.
Well, amazingly, like on Saturdays, I take a topic that I don't know anything about, and I force myself to learn something.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's physics, sometimes it's on science. And do you know how many times I end up on a TED Talk when I'm learning about something like that? So it's an amazing library of just expertise in all kinds of different areas.
Yeah.
So I was most impressed. I mean, now the one generation of college kids and whatever, they grew up around this stuff. So like the older generation, are these things that move around the country, or do they pop up in metropolitan areas? What's the geography of this?
TEDx events pop up all over the world. There are thousands of them a year in hundreds of different languages. I mean, they are literally a global phenomenon on any different topic that you could begin to imagine.
All right. So the topics are numerous. So you've got everything from science to entertainment. You got some people in the entertainment field, I'm assuming?
We do.
Okay,
We do.
awesome.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about if our audience wants to go there, where's it going to be held?
It's going to be at the Dior, the Ford Theater,
Okay.
and September 22nd.
September 22nd. So make sure you mark your calendars.
Yep.
September 22nd. What time?
It'll be in the morning. We'll probably start around 8:30, but we don't have the exact times yet. We don't have the tickets up. Probably in the next few weeks we'll have tickets up.
Okay. And is it an all-day thing?
It's going to be, we have a lot of really interesting speakers, so we're still mapping out how long it's going to be.
Okay. All right. Yeah, well, the radio show here goes from 1 to 3 on a Saturday. So maybe we can do a remote broadcast, something like that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, so you don't know how much tickets are at this point? You don't, but you're going to be able to buy them on a website, I'm assuming?
Yes, they'll be purchased through the Dior.
Okay. All right. Dior's box office. You can
Yep.
get those tickets. Nice. So September 22nd.
22nd.
22nd. It's a Saturday.
Yep.
And there's going to be tons more details coming out as you guys finish up and finalize that kind of stuff. I'm sure I saw that you have the last speakers kind of got closed that out last week.
Yes, the speaker applications have been closed out, and we're just waiting to get everything just right. We're going to announce everybody at once. So it's kind of on the down low right now.
All right.
But I can talk in general.
No spoilers, huh? You're not
No
gonna,
spoiler.
no,
No,
come on.
I can give you some of the really interesting topics, though.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do some of them.
We have a WWE wrestler coming in.
All right, nice.
We have someone from Oslo, Norway, who is an expert on lone wolf killers.
Oh, nice.
And she is going to be talking about the difference between someone who, say, did the Oklahoma City bombing and your average Joe. No offense.
Oh, no, not at all. My wife, she loves those CSIs and the serial killer
Yeah.
movies. I always know that if she were to off me, she'd be able to get away with it because she knows what all of those.
She knows all the
Yes.
the loops.
Okay, go ahead. What else?
So
I like
what
these
else?
little.
We have a gentleman who is a drummer. He's a fairly well-known drummer in the area, and he's going to be talking about his research that he does with rhythms and how rhythms can actually help you if someone's depressed or just to just change your mood. And I've heard a little bits of him talking through some different things that he facilitates, and he's going to be a fantastic speaker. I cannot wait.
Awesome. How'd you get involved with TedX?
I've always been obsessed, like a TED nerd.
Okay.
I'm a TED nerd.
All right.
And just followed TED. I have some TED Talks actually that have really changed my life. And just helping you see things through a different lens. You know, ideas worth spreading. That's kind of their tagline. So really, they're just so interesting, and you kind of can get addicted. You're talking about addictions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I have to limit my time on the TED website because you can lose track of hours if you're not careful.
All right, give me some of your favorite TED videos. Share with us what you like. What kind of stuff are you into?
So I love like the brain, like nerdy, really brain stuff. Simon Sinek.
Oh yeah.
His why. Like we
best.
don't buy what we do. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And the whole analogy with Apple and like he talks about the different parts of your brain and why this is, but that one's a favorite for me. I love Amy Cuddy, Cuddy. She talks about how your body, like moving your body. If you just go ahead and sit up like a little straighter.
Mm-hmm. I'm on it.
Put your shoulders back.
Okay.
And like feel what happens internally
Mm-hmm.
and how
breathe in a little bit easier.
Just by shifting how you carry yourself can change how you feel. So she talks about power poses. So either putting the Wonder Woman, putting your hands on your hips, or the Superman, putting your hands in the air. These kind of things can also, like your body's this amazing chemical factory. And so just by doing these things, you switch your chemicals that you're making.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. So I spoke at the YBI twice, and both times before I went on to talk, it was very casual. It wasn't anything like super big, but it was, for me, I was a little nervous, And so I went in the restroom and I was doing my power pose right before I went on. And both times I was there, the same lady caught me in there. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, just fixing my hair." But then eventually I had to.
You had to tell her.
I had to tell
Yeah.
her why, and now it's become kind of part of my things that, like when I teach a class, that's part of the things that I teach people, like putting your hands up, standing taller, and it came from Amy Cuddy's talk.
Oh, nice. And one of my favorite, I mean, obviously a tech show here. There's a comedian that I think he had a British accent, and he would reply to spammers and create conversations between I forget this dude's name. I'll have to let you guys know because it's one of the most hilarious, entertainment ones that I've ever seen. I'll have to find his name. But so he goes back and forth with the Saudi princes and says, they don't speak great English, so that there's a lot of, language botching going on. So it's pretty funny. I'll have to find that. What do you do when you're not doing TED stuff? What's your gig? What do you do?
So I'm a life coach and a hypnotist.
Oh, nice.
And I also teach some classes on, like, getting unstuck in your life. Like, what's the next chapter of your life? What do you want? How are you going to get there? And taking that first step, taking those action steps to get there.
So that is a natural progression from what you do for a living into TEDx. Those two are so related, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
That's
totally.
really cool. So the hypnotism thing, you want to tell me a little bit about that? How's that work?
So your unconscious mind is like millions of times faster and more creative than your conscious mind. And we keep running into we keep getting stuck in the same places. Well, that's probably because some unconscious belief, some misinformation that's gotten in there. So really what we do in hypnosis, you relax, you breathe. Sometimes some people say it feels like I just was laying there with my eyes closed, and other people like become zombies. Like I couldn't move my body. I couldn't talk. Like it just depends on where you're at and how relaxed you are. But we just plant little seeds. It's when you're in that relaxed state, you're hundreds of times more receptive to positive suggestion.
I learned a lot about the law of attraction through TED Talks as well. I get so much of my information through TED Talks. Without TED Talks, I mean, think about what sources we'd have to go to get this same kind of information. Yeah. It's amazing. And, there are, and that's why I challenge myself on Saturday to always pull a topic that I know is a weakness, I know is a blind spot, and I go there and I say, okay, well, I don't know enough about the theory of relativity. So let's go do that this Saturday. And I watch a bunch of people talk about way smarter than me, right? And so you get that influence of someone who has dedicated their lives to that topic, and you just get to sit in. And that's what the brilliance of TED to me is that, people are sharing, and they're not long talks, right? I mean, what's the average talk time on?
So the max is 18 minutes, but a lot of them, they're kind of shortening them because they're finding that most people won't watch an 18-minute talk. So between 9 and 18 minutes. Usually.
Well, see, I think that's the sweet spot with a person like me. I mean, they're gonna just get to the juice of the topic as quick as they can, and you know what I mean. And I got no time for anything longer than that. You know what I mean? So that's great. So about how many talks should we expect at the one that's in Youngstown?
I would say more than a dozen.
Oh, nice, nice. You have guys been working like crazy to put this together.
We have been working. Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into one. You're basically creating a news station for a day. Everything is recorded, everything is uploaded onto the website. It's a big deal, and I think it's going to bring a lot of interest into Youngstown. We're not just looking for local luminaries, giving people a voice who might not otherwise, but bringing people in. You also show a certain percent of already videoed TED Talks. So you're getting these small groups of people to spark some, and like an invitation to see things from a new lens. So yeah, it's really exciting to bring it to
Now, is this going to be an annual thing? Is that in Dena's plan?
That's in Dena's plan. I might not be doing what I do in it, but definitely will be involved.
But you're going that route, is making it into something that's a permanent fixture here in Youngstown. Because Youngstown, we love this kind of stuff, and we've always been really great about supporting it. And the response within businesses is pretty good, I'm assuming?
Yes, very good. And I'm surprised that college students love TED Talks. Like, I would think more people my age, but a lot of people, like, I went to our family dinner and I was talking about TED Talks, and they're like, "Who's Ted?" Like, well, what do you mean, who's Ted?
Who are these people? Get out!
You're not related to me. Yeah.
All right, well, and we do a lot of support Youngstown stuff on this show, and we ask for when we ask our audience to go out and support something, they do en masse. So the people that can help, what kind of stuff are you looking for our community to get behind you on? Like, what kind of stuff are you guys in need of?
We really just need to get the word out. Telling everybody, giving people an opportunity to go on TED.com and watch some TED Talks. You can do a search and you can say, I want to know about a certain topic, getting fresh water in Africa. I watched an interesting talk do you remember the Columbine killer, Dylan Klebold?
Yeah.
His mother did a TED Talk. I have chills. Can you imagine, from her perspective, your child leaving for school one day and then finding out that not only has he killed himself, he's killed.
Oh, as a parent. Oh, my goodness. I could not imagine.
So.
All right, Dena's here with us here. She's going to stay here through this break. If you have any questions for Dena, 330-729-9977. We're going to take this break and hear a little bit more from Dena before she has to go. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Flying out of the Pittsburgh airport, visit Air Marino Airport Parking for valet airport parking and free shuttle transportation. Every day, all for just $6.50 a day, $44.95 first week. I-376 exit 50 to Floggerty Road. For more information, visit airmarino.com.
Hey friends, are you looking for patio furniture for the holiday coming up? Well, Applegate Furniture has the largest selection I've seen. In fact, got a few of their pieces. Swings, gliders, picnic tables, all available in wood or that maintenance-free poly lumber. It's pretty sweet. Applegate Furniture, storage sheds from Alpine Structures also, and the area's only all redwood play sets for kids. Applegate Furniture, Route 224, across from Wendy's in Canfield. Applegate Furniture.
Continuing Healthcare Solutions is proud to be in your community. Please join us for our first annual Health Fair May 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Hollywood Gaming Casino located at 655 North Canfield Niles Road. We will be raffling $100 casino vouchers every hour. Free giveaways featuring 38 healthcare vendors. The Health Fair is free and open to the public. May 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Hope to see you there.
Mother's Day is this weekend, and if you haven't stopped by Altiers Home and Garden Center, well, now is the perfect time. Altiers carries gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals, perennials that bloom year after year. Yard and patio accessories, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood. And of course, Altiers has unique gifts perfect for mom or that special lady in your life. Altiers Home and Garden on South Avenue near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
Have you ever thought you'd like to buy and sell houses but didn't know how or where to begin? Do you fear your job is in jeopardy, or is your business income reduction keeping you awake at night? We're in the best time in 25 years to make a fortune in real estate without using your money or credit. My name is Ron LeGrand, and I've taught 500,000 people to do just that, and personally bought hundreds of houses myself. If you'll call 800-495-1836, 24 hours, and leave your information, I'll send the first 500 callers my hot new CD, Fortunes in Foreclosures, and my best-selling book to help you get started absolutely free. I'll show you how to build a six-figure income part-time with no previous experience and no license, even if you're a busy professional. Call 800-495-1836, 24 hours, and get my new book and CD free. That's 800-495-1836. Take your life back and make this your best year ever. Call 800-495-1836.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks, there's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
Hi, this is Dan Rivers. Americans, we are a busy lot, huh? Always on the move. In the car, in the office, working around the house. We can't sit still. So how do you, as a marketer, connect with those moving targets? Radio. It reaches 93% of Americans each week. People just don't have the time to sit and watch TV. So when you want to connect with all those constantly moving targets, get AM/FM working for you. Just go to iHeartMedia.com.
There was once a time when news had no bias. It had no leanings to the left or right, no presumptions. The purpose? To deliver the facts as they happened, to reveal the depth of the investigation, then to allow you to decide. The Daily Dive podcast was founded on that lost principle, dedicated to the facts, unfiltered, so you can understand the issues. The news without the noise. We invite you to hear the news again with the Daily Dive podcast on iHeartRadio. Just search for Daily Dive in your iHeartRadio app.
It's 75 degrees.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. We're talking with Dena Deluco here. She is one of the organizers with TedX, which is coming to Youngstown. And I'm just looking at the website for TedX Youngstown. If any of you want to look up any of the details of what's happening, you can go to TedXYoungstown.com. All of the stuff is spelled out, and I did notice that there's a partner page on here where you are partnering with businesses who want to support the TedX thing. You want to tell us a little bit about that part?
Yes. So this type of event can't go off without definitely having some support from the community. And the reasons to really partner with TedX, there's so many, but just bringing in new ideas, like that's what refires, reignites. And, you know, Youngstown's going through such a great renovation right now. Like this is the perfect time for TedX to come. So I don't know if I answered your question.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of looking at like the different levels of participation. So even if, you know, you just want, when I lend out a challenge here, our audience supports any endeavor that we hit. So I'm really encouraging all of you that are listening, find a way to get involved, whether or not it's just, you know, sharing your network of people, if it's, you know, bringing your family and friends to make sure they buy tickets, being a sponsor and make sure that your logo appears on any of the stuff. Just find a way to get involved, because in Youngstown, the way we keep having awesome things in Youngstown is your participation. If we all kind of just stay silent, then there's some people that have to do the heavy lifting, and everybody else gets, you know, they get lazy on us. So I want to make sure that all of us really support the endeavors here. So partnership, participation, where do we reach all of this kind of stuff? If you can go to TedXYoungstown.com, what about on social media? What's your presence like there?
Yes, we have a Facebook page, just TedX Youngstown on Facebook, Twitter, TedX Youngstown.
Make sure that you go over there and like and share. Let all your friends know that you're interested in going. I will make sure that I mention this about 500 million times between now and September, because, like I said, you know, when we're all on board with these kind of things, they keep happening, and you know, we have a chance to impress when we bring these intelligent people into town to do these talks. You know, we're just showing them, you know, that we show up when we say we're going to show up, kind of a thing. All right, so check us out on Facebook. Check us out on all the social media. Check out TedX Youngstown. Find a way to get involved, and make sure that you buy those tickets when they're available. Dena's going to tell me what's coming up speakers-wise, and maybe we'll give some spoilers. Maybe we'll tease a little bit about who's coming to town so we can get all excited about it. But I guess just share it with your friends if you possibly can. So, Dena, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it. And if you do have any questions here, she's going to hang out for a little bit longer, so that if anybody wants to call, text 330-729-9977 or 333-1570. Robert, when we're done taking this break, we'll make sure that we take your call and find out what you need. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Now is the perfect time for your brand new spa from Burnett Pools. Listen closely. Between now and May 21st, with the purchase of a new hot spring spa, receive a free Ace saltwater system valued at $1,200. You heard me right. A $1,200 value for free. Why a saltwater spa, you might ask? It just feels better. Forget about the dry skin, irritated eyes, or chlorine odor. Enjoy relaxing in a more natural spa water, all while spending less time caring for your spa. Our exclusive saltwater hot tub creates a dramatically different spa experience with water that looks, feels, and even smells great. Stop by any Burnett Pools location in Cortland, Canfield, or Newcastle and get a free Ace saltwater system with any hot spring spa between now and May 21st.
Burnett Pools, we've got it all.
time is 2 o'clock. For antique oak flooring, go to bairdbrothers.com. This is News Radio 570 WKBN, Youngstown.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Help for Hawaii. President Trump's disaster declaration will send aid to the area around an active volcano as lava continues to flow through a neighborhood. And now warnings that there could be a steam explosion that comes out of the crater at the summit of Kilauea volcano. To Hawaii and ABC's Marcy Gonzalez.
Geologists say there have been ongoing small earthquakes, which gives them an indication that more fissures could still open. And because of that, residents who have not evacuated are being warned to be on alert because they may have to get out at a moment's notice.
More cracks in the earth could occur, sending out more lava and noxious emissions. President Trump sounding off on Twitter. His team appears to be distancing itself from the president's personal attorney, Michael Cohen, as we learn more about his controversial political consulting business. AT&T paying Cohen's company $600,000, seeking advice about its proposed merger with Time Warner.
The president responding to the story. Why doesn't the fake news media state that the Trump administration's antitrust division has been and is opposed to the AT&T purchase of Time Warner in a currently ongoing trial? Also under scrutiny, $1.2 million from Swiss pharmaceutical giant Novartis, which also called its deal with Cohen a mistake.
ABC's Kenneth Moten. In Oklahoma, gay rights groups are threatening to sue the state after Governor Mary Fallin signed a bill that would allow religious-based agencies to discriminate against same-sex couples, single people, and non-Christians who are looking to adopt or foster children. Troy Stevenson, executive director of the LGBTQ advocacy group Freedom Oklahoma, says it's not just going to hurt gay couples, but also kids in need.
There's a massive shortage of families to take the 9,000 young people without a home right now. And what this is going to do is limit those families further.
The measure was supported by Oklahoma's Catholic bishops and the Baptist General Convention of Oklahoma. You're listening to ABC News.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. Ralph Infant, the former mayor of Niles, was sentenced to 10 years in prison and ordered to pay more than $51,000 in restitution to the city of Niles. 27 First News reports Infant apologized in court yesterday, but also maintained that he believed he did nothing wrong. He was found guilty on 22 counts, including engaging in a pattern of corrupt activity, theft in office, having an unlawful interest in a public contract, and tampering with records. YSU football player Malik Richmond has been taken off the sex offender registry. Richmond has been declassified as a juvenile sex offender. In 2013, he was found delinquent of one count of rape of a 16-year-old in 2012. The Mahoney County Land Bank is in the midst of a $14 million residential housing demolition program that'll stretch into mid-2019. The Land Bank plans to tear down houses in North Benton, Washingtonville, Youngstown, Milton, Beaver, and Smith townships. The Land Bank's 600th demolition started yesterday along North 15th Street in Sebring. In sports, the Royals beat the Indians 10-9, both again today, 3:37 airtime on 570 WKBN. Pirates over the Giants 11-2. They both hit the diamond again tonight. On the ice, Fargo grabs a 1-0 series lead in the USHL Clark Cup Championship Series, beating the Youngstown Phantoms 4-1. NASCAR KC Masterpiece 400 running at the Kansas Speedway tonight. Coverage on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO begins at 7 p.m. From the all-new and 2018 Power Chevrolet Buick GMC of Calcutta, Ohio newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 2:30. Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's.
Hey, it's me, Ron Verb. Join me Tuesday, May 15th. I'll be broadcasting live from Knoll Run Golf Course at 1421 Struthers Coatesville Road. Great course, restaurant, and bar featuring Arnold Palmer, Spike T. Plus, you can sign up to win a set of Ping irons from Golf Headquarters.
Belmont Eye Clinic has your tickets to Cirque du Soleil Crystal at Covelli Center. Stop by and enter today. No purchase necessary, must be 18 years or older. Belmont Eye Clinic, 2 great locations. Westford Center on Route 224 in Canfield or Belmont Avenue in Liberty.
Arthritis, back pain, knee pain, bursitis, fibromyalgia. Learn how you can solve these problems. Sunday morning, 7 a.m. News Radio 570 WKBN.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks. There's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
I was just reading the obituaries, and you know Bob from down the street?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, his lawnmower died.
Should we send flowers?
No, Karen, it's a lawnmower. We should send Mechanic in a Bottle.
This spring, if your lawn equipment doesn't start right up, get Mechanic in a Bottle. You don't need to remove the carburetor or, worse, pay someone else to do it. Mechanic in a Bottle will clean the fuel system and have your lawn equipment running within minutes. Available at the Home Depot, Tractor Supply, and Walmart, or visit mechanicinaBottle.com. Trusted by engine and equipment manufacturers everywhere.
Mother's Day is this weekend, and if you haven't stopped by Altiers Home and Garden Center, well, now is the perfect time. Altiers carries gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals, perennials that bloom year after year. Yard and patio accessories, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood. And of course, Altiers has unique gifts perfect for mom or that special lady in your life. Altiers Home and Garden on South Avenue near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
Check out the Valley's newest honky tonk, the Feed and Sing, Route 14, Washingtonville. Good food, live music.
Cool your home this summer. Call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
The Storm Team 27 forecast. Cloudy skies tonight, scattered rain or thunderstorms, a low 50. Showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm on Sunday with a high 70. Showers, thunderstorms possible Sunday night, a low 56. And partly sunny on Monday, maybe a shower and a high 77.
It's 75 degrees.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and this is our show where we get to talk about things that are happening in the tech world, and we share our open discussion with all of you so that no matter where you're at, I mean, there are people in our audience that are just getting started yesterday, and there are people that are well down the road. Well, those people that are well down the road, they participate just as much as the early learners, and through that collaboration, we share openly. All of you who are just getting started, you sort of learn by the context of the conversation. So the more often you listen to it, the smarter you get every time. And this is already a really intimidating marketplace. So if you don't know the acronyms, they start wheeling off four letters at a row. You don't know what any of it means, and you're trying to follow, and they're talking fast, and it's just so easy to give up and say, I'm going to go do something different. Well, we don't do that. If you've noticed that I use language that's common so that we all have an understanding. We're making it as understandable for every level. So if you're like that and you like using big words in front of people, well, that's fine and all, but the rest of us who don't like using the big words don't understand what you're talking about half the time. So I've been, guilty of it myself, and watched someone as their eyes glaze over as I talked way over their head. And, I've been on that side of it too, where I've heard someone talk and, two people know what they're doing in front of me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm checking out. If I don't trust you, we're in big trouble because I don't have no idea what you just said. So I hope you'll call 330-729-9977 and share anything that you have. We have Robert on the line right now, so let's see what Robert needs. Robert, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Hello, it's George Bush Jr. Read my lips.
All right. Thank you, Robert. All right. So 330-729-9977. You can also text us here at 333-1570 if you have any questions on the program today. A lot of, there's stuff that's happening in tech news. We're hitting a product cycle. We talked a little bit last week about Amazon now delivering to people's trunks of their car. And, we kind of talked about this whole tech addiction where we get dopamine responses from hearing our phone ding and make noise. And now, no matter where we're at, we can get a delivery from Amazon. How much in need of our stuff are we that we can't wait to get home and we have to have it delivered to the trunk of our car while we're at work? Now, I know some of you are going to say that, it's safer that way. So no one, it's porch pirates is what they call them. Don't come around and steal your stuff. I will tell you, there's a whole living on that where people just go around, follow the UPS guy around, watch him make these deliveries, and then, grab packages and put it in the trunk of their car. So I know that does happen, but it doesn't say a lot about us as we watch store after store after store close down. Toys R Us is gone. Staples is gone. These brick and mortar places that had jobs, that had people show up to buy stuff, we've removed that as a, from the marketplace as a demand. It's just good enough to buy it and have it shipped to us because it's no shipping and it's more convenient, right? And so, but we have to be okay with what the byproduct of those decisions might be. Where if you don't feel bad unless you used to work at Toys R Us that closed down, right? And then those people get displaced and they've got to go elsewhere. And maybe you're out there that you just don't care about retail, and retail can be commoditized, and we're better off putting those people in different positions anyway. So I mean, there's lots of sides of this issue. I just come from the fact where I'm not a big proponent of shooting oneself in the foot. If we're going to lose a market, let's not do it by default. Let's do it on purpose. So if we know, okay, so this is going to happen. We're riding around on horses, and one day the car is going to be the go-to, right? We're not going to blindly just start, pretending like that isn't happening and make no preparations, to survive it. So if you're the blacksmith in that village, and that the cars are going to take over and your livelihood's going to go out the window, I say as a society as a whole, we need to stop ourselves from just being blind and do something about it now. So if any of you out there would driving down 224, looking around and finding no retail places that you can go buy stuff, right? If you picture 224 with all those closed down. So number one, what's in their place? What opened up when they went down, right? And then number two, what about when you need that stuff and you can't wait to have it delivered? When you got to make a 10 a.m. run to get something important and you look around, there's not a single electronics store that you can see because you killed all of them. So do you want to live in that? Is that a Boardman or a Niles or a shopping center that you'd like to visit? Or don't you care? So 330-729-9977. You can give me a call and let me know what side of this you weigh in on. Let's take a call from Dick here. Dick, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Hey, Joe, thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
Listen, I have a problem. I don't know if it is my iPad or if it is the Vindicator. Every time I go to Vindicator.com, on that early morning news summary they have, and then I click on a story, I will get a banner that is all black. It says the Vindicator and today's date, that goes the complete width of the screen. And if I scroll down, that black banner goes with it. And same thing if I scroll up. And so it obliterates about 8 lines of the story. And I have called the Vindicator about it and spoken with their website person, and he said, quite honestly, he didn't know what to make of it. And so I'm calling you. I don't know if it's my iPad or whether it's the Vindicator.
Okay, so every website can be designed for a full screen browser version of it, or it can be a mobile version of it. And so what they try to do is they get the most pertinent stuff on the page to display correctly on a smaller screen, is what it comes down to. Now, most of the time, you can select to view the full version of the page if you're in the mobile version. And it sounds like what you're seeing here is it looks like it's overpopulated with stuff that's not relevant and it's taking up too much of the screen. I would look for a link that says, open in a full browser window or full browser version. Not every page has to give you that option, but most do. And it's usually at the top of the page when you open it up. I'm actually on the page right now looking to see if I get that kind of response. I'm not seeing it. But the gist of it is you want to open that page in its normal, its regular version, the desktop version. And that way you can turn the iPad sideways and it'll view just like it does on a desktop without the mobile version.
Okay, I pulled up the story about the YSU provost leaving his job, and that's where it came up. And I turn it sideways, and, well, the whole screen goes sideways, but it doesn't affect the black banner or label or whatever you call it.
Yeah, my guess is you're still looking at it in the mobile version. You got to look for that link that opens it up in the desktop version, and then you'll be viewing it like you would on a desktop. I'm not seeing it, but if you wait until the next break, I'll bring it up on my phone and see if I can describe it about where you found that link.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep,
All right,
thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Sure.
And so for the rest of you out there, you really have a couple of options here. So when you're on the mobile side, if you don't have an iPhone and you just have you just have a Samsung or something like that, something running Android, you just have to look the browser that you're using. You might even have to switch to a different browser. So if it's not displaying correctly in Safari, you might have to download Chrome, and it might display. Because remember, these sites are developed primarily for the desktop experience, and they only make it compatible if you have it. It's not going to be great. Like if you bring up youngstownreport.com, which is the site that Youngstown Computer manages, you can get it's an aggregate of news stories. But if you bring it up on a mobile device, it's a much different site than if you run it on the desktop. Where desktop, you see 3 columns, and there's probably 100 different news articles with pictures and whatnot. If you bring it up on the phone, we've programmed it only to bring up the news stuff. It's not the same version of the website. So you can tell your device, though, to don't worry about what making it compatible. Just bring up the desktop, and it's going to be a little bit small, and you'll have to zoom and pinch in and out. But that's the way that that you can navigate it on pretty much any device. All right, let's go to Ken next. 330-729-9977. Ken, you're on the program. What can you do for you?
Yeah. Is it my turn now?
It is your turn.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Do you recall the program? It's called Picasa. It was by Google.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I used to use that, and the reason I liked it so much was the fact that when I don't remember whether I clicked on it on an icon or what, but anyway, it would go in there and it would show every picture that I have on my hard drive, and it would show if you had duplicates, etc. Now, I've been trying to get that doggone program again, the Picasa, and I can't seem to be able to get it and to make it work. What the heck am I doing wrong?
Well, they retired the product, so Google stopped supporting it, so it's really tricky to be able to find an installable version. I guess you can go try to find it on FileHippo. If you do a search for Picasa, you might be able to find it. I haven't tried to search for it lately, so I don't even know if it's there. But you'll probably have to go back. I think it was 2014 that they went and killed the product. Now, there's a ton of other companies that do indexing programs that can take its place. They're not quite as good as what Picasa did because it was free and it was fast and it kind of very intuitive. So you might struggle a little bit. And in fact, if I'll put that on my radar and see if I can get something like I was familiar with Picasa, and if I can find something that is almost as good, I'll be sure to mention on the program.
Okay. Right offhand, do you know? Can you think of any of the other ones that were? I think it was one of Plastech, Plestek.
Okay. Now, what about give me the feature that you're missing the most of? So is it the indexing side? Is it the editing side? Like what part of it did you use?
Indexing. I can click on it. When I used to have it several years ago, I could click on it and it would go in there and it would list every picture that I had and where it was, and would just keep going on down the line until it listed the very last one.
Yeah, I was hoping you didn't say that because that's the one thing that I don't have on my list. Now there's a cloud service, okay, made by Google, and this sort of replaced Picasa. It's not the same, but it's worth looking into. Google Photos. You might want to play around with that a little bit. And so it uses the cloud rather than, you have to commit to it as putting your stuff all online. And then it works sort of like Picasa, but it's a Picasa for the cloud side.
Okay.
So that might be
indexing. Does it have the indexing feature?
It does. Because you're committing it all to the cloud, you can categorize it, you can put it in folders, and then you can also search it.
Okay.
So that's probably my best guess for you.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate that, and I'll be listening for any other information.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for calling, Tom. Appreciate it. And let's go next to Don. Don, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Hey, good afternoon, Joe. I'm in the market for my very first home computer.
Okay.
And I pretty much made a decision on the equipment, but I just needed a little advice on internet access.
Sure.
My local cable company is going about $60 a month and for 60 megabits per second. Now, my local phone company is about $62 for internet and phone, and they're talking high-speed internet 0.5 to 1 megabit per second. Now, I don't know much of a difference. I mean, you tell me which is a better way to go.
Okay, if given the option and I have something on coaxial versus something like DSL, I pick the cable company over the phone company every time.
Okay.
Okay, so if it's Spectrum or Armstrong, what vendor is it?
Comcast.
Comcast, okay. All right, so yeah, I'm picking that. In AT&T is the other one, I'm assuming?
Verizon.
Okay, Verizon. I don't hate Verizon as much as I do AT&T. So I would say in your case, because the speed's better on the coaxial, that's the way that I'm going. You did say 60 versus 2.5, right?
They're talking, the phone company's talking 0.5 to 1 megabit per second.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, I would. Yeah, go coaxial for $60. That's a really good price. And so yeah, you want to go the Comcast.
Okay, and 60 megabit per second is plenty for what I'm going to be doing?
For sure.
Okay, now the laptop I'm looking at is an HP 15, $279. Is that a good beginner model?
It's really beginner. It's one of those value sets. It's a little bit older hardware, but it gives you a good start without worrying about blowing anything up. So if you're just getting started, I mean, that's perfect because it's priced and you don't have to worry about breaking it because, you reload the thing 6 times because you only paid $300 for it. So that's perfect beginner.
Okay.
All right.
Any other advice you can give me for a beginner?
I'm going to, after this next break, I'm going to use this example and put a little bit more time into it. So we'll use this call, listen in, and we'll address that.
I will. Thank you, Joe.
Cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to take another break, come back, take some more of your phone calls. Tom, I see you out there. We'll come back and talk to you. You can also text me, 333-1570, and I'll make sure that I read that. Call 330-729-9977. We'll be back. This is the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN.
Make Old Dutch Mill Golf Course and Halliday's Winery in Lake Milton your favorite fun time stops. There's something for everyone, from quality golf to great wine, food, live entertainment, and beautiful scenery. Halliday's and Old Dutch Mill are ideal venues for friends, family, reunions, parties, and receptions. There's never a dull moment at Old Dutch Mill Golf Course and Halliday's Winery in Lake Milton. Check out olddutchmill.com and hallidayswinery.com for this week's events.
Continuing Healthcare Solutions is proud to be in your community. Please join us for our first annual Health Fair May 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Hollywood Gaming Casino located at 655 North Canfield Niles Road. We will be raffling $100 casino vouchers every hour. Free giveaways featuring 38 healthcare vendors. The Health Fair is free and open to the public. May 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Hope to see you there.
Come for the clowning around and stay for the high-flying fun of the Zappe Family Circus. Coming to the Canfield Fairgrounds May 16th through the 20th. Don't miss the fun. Visit CanfieldFair.com or the Canfield Fairgrounds to purchase your tickets today.
Hi, Helen. You coming to lunch today?
No, I can't find my red jewel.
Oh, okay. Helen lost her jewelry.
Oh, you know what? Helen is probably playing Jewel Quest on iPlay.com.
Hi, Helen. You meeting the girls for dinner?
No, I'm busy with a new romance.
Okay.
What is she doing tonight?
Helen says she's with a man?
Oh, she's playing Dark Romance on iPlay.com.
Helen, it's bridge night. Want to come over early?
Lucky 7, come on, baby, show me the jewel. Jackpot. Gotta go.
What?
What's going on?
Helen is in Las Vegas with her new boyfriend, and he has her jewels.
Helen is playing Las Vegas Casino on iPlay.com. Download iPlay.com for free to your PC and start your own adventure. You can choose from over 2,500 games. It's fun, easy to use, and if you like it, the low monthly payment lets you play as often as you want.
Find great gifts for mom and big home improvement savings during Menards Mother's Day sale. Grow a thick, beautiful lawn with a new lawn kit from NCAP. It's easy to apply with any spreader and contains seed, fertilizer, and mulch. Just add water to grow a great-looking lawn. Cover up to 800 square feet for just $19.99 a bag. Offers good through May 12th. Plus, Menards gift cards are perfect for Mother's Day.
Save big money at Menards.
You're driving down the road and you hit a pothole, then another pothole, then you hit a big pothole. It's time to call Flynn's Tire and Auto Service and schedule an appointment for a free wheel alignment check. And if you do need alignment, go to Flynn'sTire.com for a $10 off coupon. While you're at Flynn's, get a free 15-point visual maintenance check for any other potential problems. You can get your car repaired anywhere, but doesn't it make sense to go to Flynn's, named top shop in all of North America? The next time you need car care, go to Flynn's Tire and Auto Service.
And tell them Flinny sent you.
Thinking of taking a summer vacation this year? Why not vacation in your own backyard? Drag out the lawn chairs or lay out the blankets. Have no problems with crowded beaches, messy sand, or long lines. When you buy a Radiant Pool from Burnett Pools, it turns your backyard into a little piece of paradise, and it can be used year after year. Radiant Pools feature the same technology used to build airplanes and aircrafts. It's the only above-ground pool with a lifetime warranty against winter damage and is insulated with 2-inch thick foam. The incredible Radiant Pool. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water than any other pool you can install in your backyard. This exclusive technology is available only at Burnett Pools in Cortland, Canfield, and Newcastle. And as a special bonus, how does 0% APR for 60 months sound? Visit BurnettPools.com or one of our convenient locations in Cortland, Canfield, or Newcastle. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water with a Radiant Pool and 0% APR for 60 months.
Burnett Pools, we've got it all.
Mother's Day is this weekend, and if you haven't stopped by Altiers Home and Garden Center, well, now is the perfect time. Altiers carries gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals, perennials that bloom year after year. Yard and patio accessories, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood. And of course, Altiers has unique gifts perfect for mom or that special lady in your life. Altiers Home and Garden on South Avenue near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
Hi, this is Dan Rivers. We're back with another year of Tribe Replay, brought to you by Stadium GM Superstore in Salem. Win a 5 Points car wash, an oil change from Stadium, a Pizza Hut pizza, and a monthly grand prize of Indians tickets and dinner at Chili's Bar and Grill. Weekdays, 8:30, 570 WKBN. It's 75 degrees.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and we get to do this here on Saturdays. This is your show. We talk about things that are interesting and helpful to everyday users. We expand our horizons and get into new things all the time when it comes to tech, and we welcome those things with open arms because it's fun playing with them. We have a bunch of tech things where we're connecting our homes, and Wi-Fi is widespread, and so what that opens up is when you can get Wi-Fi everywhere and data becomes cheap, then you can connect all of your stuff to the internet. I mean, it was just if you would have said that your car could be an internet hotspot, 20 years ago, that people would think you were crazy because that's not only going to be so expensive, nobody would do it, that we don't even have the technology that would make that work well. And now every car within the next 10 years is going to have some kind of connectivity where if it shares it from your phone or it has its own cellular receiver, it's all going to be internet-wise. Because think about it, that you can do so much more if it can get to the internet. But then the security advocates say it can get hacked. And so do you really want a car that has a computer system that you could be driving down the road and somebody could, through malware, take over your car and do things? And they wouldn't do things like, put your window down and scare you. They probably do things that are worse than that. So I don't know. I'm not here to make you afraid of that kind of stuff, but we have to take both sides of these deals here. So when you picture 224 and there's no retail spots, I mean, I'm not saying, being a cynic and saying that's happening. I'm saying that is happening, and if we let this go to fruition without bringing it to the forefront and at least talking it through, if we're cool with it, then that's one thing. We talked about it, and everybody's okay with retail going away. The retail people will find other jobs, and we'll go to Amazon when we need something, and we're okay with not, it wasn't a big deal. But if we're not okay with it, then now is the time to keep the remaining businesses that are on 224 in business by shopping there and foregoing when you don't need to do something through Amazon. Don't do it. And we're gonna put a whole lot of time over the summer marketing and promoting the city of Youngstown. And you as consumers out there, you sort of have the choice. You can choose to support the small business, and you're probably going to pay a little bit more, or you can choose to save the money and shop somewhere, that from an out-of-town company or online or whatnot. And again, that choice, if everybody in Youngstown said, all right, you know what, instead of going somewhere else and spending my dollars, I'm going to take it downtown in Youngstown. It's not a martyrdom. You're not going down there and you're somehow making a sacrifice. All you're doing is finding ways to spend your money locally so it stays here and you help somebody else get a paycheck somewhere in Youngstown, because that's what we need. We need more jobs. We need more better paying jobs, and we can control that. We don't have to wait till a government entity blesses us with their magic wand and makes everybody more money. We do that by creating demand, by supporting these events that we have, and by spending our money with the entrepreneurs and the people that are opening businesses. We speak with our dollars here, and really important that at least this audience, at least we have a say, and we can do that. We can on purpose go out and save retail if that's what we want to do. So, all right, Tom, we're going to get your call when we go back from this break. If you want to call, 330-729-9977. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. 27 First News reports Ralph Infant was found guilty on 22 counts. The former mayor of Niles was sentenced to 10 years in prison and ordered to pay more than $51,000 in restitution to the city of Niles. He apologized in court yesterday, but also maintained he believed he did nothing wrong. YSU football player Malik Richmond has been taken off the sex offender registry. Richmond has been declassified as a juvenile sex offender. In 2013, he was found delinquent of one count of rape of a 16-year-old back in 2012. The Mahoney County Land Bank's in the midst of a $14 million residential housing demolition program that'll stretch into mid-2019. They plan to tear down houses in North Benton, Washingtonville, Youngstown, Milton, Beaver, and Smith Townships. From the all-new and 2018 Power Chevrolet Buick GMC of Calcutta, Ohio newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 3. Two rock and roll legends join forces. John Fogerty and ZZ Top. Blues and Bayous Tour. June 19th, the Covelli Center. Reserved seats are on sale now at Southwoods Health Box Office and Ticketmaster.com. John Fogerty and ZZ Top. Produced by JAC Live.
Hey friends, are you looking for patio furniture for the holiday coming up? Well, Applegate Furniture has the largest selection I've seen. In fact, got a few of their pieces. Swings, gliders, picnic tables, all available in wood or that maintenance-free poly lumber. It's pretty sweet. Applegate Furniture, storage sheds from Alpine Structures also, and the area's only all redwood play sets for kids. Applegate Furniture, Route 224, across from Wendy's in Canfield. Applegate Furniture.
When you have a big yard, you need a riding mower from Ducat to match. With Toro's newest zero-turn models at Ducat, you get more comfort, more durability, and more ways to take charge of your yard. The new Toro zero-turns from Ducat are heavy-duty from top to bottom. Easy to use, turn-on-a-dime maneuvering, and unmatched comfort and quality. Let Toro and Ducat give you the advantage to tackle your yard this year. Route 422 Warren, Route 224 Boardman.
Let yourself go to Ducat.
How can you extend your life by 6 years? Getting the right form of vitamin C. Most doctors don't look at our vitamin C levels. Walking around tired or just not feeling right? Listen Sunday morning at 8:30 to world-renowned Dr. Michael Pincus give valuable information. This Sunday at 8:30 a.m.
Hey there, it's Reese.
And Irvy.
From the franchise concept, Reese and Irvy's. By now you've heard about our patented frozen yogurt vending robots that serve 7 flavors of delicious frozen yogurt with 6 amazing toppings in less than 60 seconds.
To date, we've sold over 200 franchises, 1,000 robots, and we're officially labeled as one of the hottest franchise opportunities of 2018.
With no employees, no rent, no brick-and-mortar shops, just fully automated robots that work for you and deliver instant customer satisfaction. Revenue for you, smiles for them.
We secure our franchisees' high foot traffic locations like cinemas, hotels, tourist attractions, colleges, and malls. From installation to instant sensation, we provide you all the tools for Froyo success.
No experience is necessary, and full and part-time franchise opportunities are available.
To find out if your territory is still available, go to froyofranchising.com to learn more, and be sure to enter promo code 6868. That's froyofranchising.com, promo code 6868.
Quiet, comfort, and affordability. The most important things when choosing a place to live. Westchester Square Apartments offers something to fit every need and budget. 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, and studio apartments. They rent apartments, but they sell convenience. You can find luxury living at Westchester Executive Apartments, 1,200 square feet of upscale living with carports, or independent senior living at Westchester Commons, strategically located in the center of Austintown right next to Route 11. For the perfect apartment, call 330-799-5758. Come and be a good neighbor in a community of good neighbors. Westchester Square Apartments, Austintown. For more information, go to waldenmanagement.com.
Trucks, and more Ford trucks at Fairway Ford in Canfield. Over 300 available, and nobody buys them from the factory for less than Fairway Ford. See us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
The expensive mattress you're considering buying is a waste of money. Hi, I'm Christian von Rickenbach, founder of HelixSleep.com, the only place to get a customized mattress starting at just $600. Just go to HelixSleep.com, fill out our 2-minute sleep survey, and we'll design a mattress made just for you, with a 100-night sleep trial and financing as low as 0%. And during our Mother's Day sale, get up to $125 off your mattress order when you go to HelixSleep.com/talkradio. That's HelixSleep.com/talkradio.
Hey friends, as a marketer, you want to reach everyone, right? Adults, teens, millennials? But it's not like all these groups hang out in the same place. Actually wrong. They're all right here, listening to radio commercials just like this one. Radio ads connect with 93% of Americans every week. Now that's more than Google, more than Facebook, more than TV. In fact, we reach 20% more millennials than TV. Want more of the people you want to talk to? Hey, they're all in one place. Right here. Get AM/FM working for you. Go to iHeartMedia.com.
Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charley's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charley's.
Cool your home this summer. Call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
The Storm Team 27 forecast. Cloudy skies tonight, scattered rain or thunderstorms, a low 50. Showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm on Sunday with a high 70. Showers, thunderstorms possible Sunday night, a low 56. And partly sunny on Monday, maybe a shower and a high 77.
Now 74.
570 WKBN.com, powered by Donnell Ford, Market Street, Boardman, with the largest Ford inventory in the valley.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and I was listening to that commercial with Dan talking about iHeart and its exposure to different media groups. And I will tell you something that they don't mention, but I have to because I've experienced this as an advertiser for the station for over a decade now. That you get expertise when you talk to the people that are here. You get people that have seen this industry transform, and they put a lot of effort into delivering products that actually work as a marketing vehicle. And so that's what you sort of get is these guys when you put them on the case of selling you that exposure that this station can give. You're buying a little bit of their brain because you can just see them trying to work it out. They're not just trying to get a sale for advertising, and that's what makes these guys different at this station. So I will highly recommend the sales staff here. And, if you're on the fence as being an advertiser, I will always advocate, not just because, that I'm an advertiser too, but I really believe in the people that are behind here at Youngstown's iHeartRadio. So if give the sales staff a call. I highly recommend it. All right, let's go to Tom. Tom has waited forever. So, Tom, I want to thank you for waiting. You're on the Youngstown Computer Show.
I've had a McAfee scan program for several years, and once a week I have it scan my computer. And the first time, maybe a couple weeks ago, it came up in infection detected. Computer is working just fine since then, but do you offer any type of a service where you could eliminate infections and viruses and so forth remotely, like these services that call you? I've had them in the past.
Yeah, we have some customers that are on the sort of the fringe of our service area, and where it's mostly possible that you can do an infection cleanup remotely. Sometimes it's necessary to take hard drives out and put it on the bench. That's the only times that it isn't, capable. But we should know pretty quick. If you call our guys and tell them that you want a remote session, they can tell pretty quick whether or not it's going to be one of those where we need to be in front of it versus one that we can just work on remotely.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do that then.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And what Tom is talking about here is they have these little applications that you go to a website, I go to a website, and then I can control your mouse and keyboard from a distance, right? So I have control of, the desktop and your files, and I can scan programs and so on and so forth. Now, the different levels of infections, typically what we see now with Windows 10 and, with Windows 7 is infections aren't all that bad. They don't root themselves in like they once were able to do. So we don't, the times that we have to throw the nuclear option at these computers is very few and far between. So I give it probably a coin flip, 50-50 chance that when you're infected that we can log in remotely and do the cleanup. But it's worth asking, and I'm glad you hung on the line to ask that question, because fortunately, and this coming from someone who, part of our business is infection cleanups. Fortunately, we've gotten our act together on the operating system side where it's not that it's impervious. You can still get infected. But when I walk up to a computer, I used to be able to say there isn't a single computer that I walk up to that doesn't have some kind of malware, exposure to it. There wasn't an instance because it was so prevalent and Windows was so bad at combating it. And even the best virus protections weren't protecting enough to keep it off the machines in the first place. But now I can walk up to computers all day, and maybe out of 20 that I walk up to, there's only one that has an infection, and usually it's a shoulder shrug. It's a light infection. I was just able to do it on site. So I give you a chance that it probably is something that we can do remotely, but call our guys. They're the experts at it. They'll be able to peek in there and tell you if it's something that they're able to do, especially if you're, this listenership is a huge area. And if you're up towards Cleveland, or you're down in East Liverpool or Pittsburgh or up by Toledo, it's probably easier to have us do it remotely than to have us run all the way out to wherever you are, at least from a cost standpoint. So 330-729-9977. And let me give you the phone number for Youngstown Computer. I don't think I pitched to us yet. So if you do want to call us, you can always find us at youngstowncomputer.com. You can even schedule your own service request through youngstowncomputer.com. That has been invaluable. And I didn't know how many people would actually use that service from us, but I'm really surprised and I'm glad that you guys are taking advantage of it, where you can pick your day, pick your time, and then our guys know when everybody's going to show up, and it's beautiful. And so if you go to youngstowncomputer.com, you can pick your scheduled time and do a drop-off, or you can schedule us to come out to you. We're over at 600 Youngstown Poland Road in Struthers. You can call us 330-259-7278. Write that number on a sticky note and put it on the side of your computer, because eventually something is going to come down the pike, and we'd really appreciate it if you give us a call when that happens. So 330-259-7278. A couple of text messages that came in. I'm in my late 20s, and I'm already tired of technology. Some things are good, but it's becoming overused and too widespread. Then again, I grew up seeing everything from MS-DOS and dial-up to today's tech. All right, so I'm in agreement, because if any time that we have something that is good in theory, but then it starts, gets in the hands of irresponsible people, they sort of make everybody look foolish, because that's what you see on the news, and that's what what it becomes, what the idea it becomes. So in this case, like, if let's just say most people were irresponsible driving, like they always just crashed into stuff, right? For those of us who would be responsibly driving around and knowing how valuable a tool is driving, it really doesn't matter. Society then looks at people that drive around as just going around crashing into things, because we didn't prevent, or we didn't put enough blockades in front of people using that technology irresponsibly. And when you watch a compilation of people head down, walking to their phone and running into poles and falling into fountains, right? That is the idiocy that we've become through irresponsible use of technology. Now, if we had rules, cultural rules that, didn't tolerate that kind of behavior, when you have a conversation or you sit down at a table, or there's acceptable times to use technology, and then there's what we frown on when you use technology. And as long as we sort of tolerate that everybody is these idiots that are mind-numbed by their screen, because literally, I mean, it was annoying to be in someone's house when they're talking on the phone. And we said, okay, well, once they get out and they're mobile with it, they're going to be having annoying conversations in front of people. Raise your hand if you've ever been in the same room with someone's on their cell phone and they're not afraid to have that conversation in front of you. How annoying is that as a third party, just an eavesdropper, right? It's annoying. I mean, there's people that I know that aren't they're not shy about telling these people that I don't want to hear a conversation, hang up, right? Because they're so annoyed that people don't care who they share with. I mean, it's the same thing when you take your idiocy and you don't care about walking into a fountain or ignoring your kids when they're running around. Then, like I said, it's society either tolerates it or, they don't. And the more we tolerate it, the more it happens and the more responsible we become. And then you have people like me and this texter that basically says, yeah, we're too dumb to use this technology thing because all of us now have been indicted for the idiots amongst us. And so there you have it. So next text message. Hi, Joe. For the gentleman looking for Picasa, go to oldversion.com, then Windows, then Graphics, then Picasa, and there's a bunch of versions available that he can choose from. I believe they are full installers. And I did that, and I went and just searched for Picasa, P-I-C-A-S-A, and sure enough, they have a revision from July of 2012, version 3.9.10.4, and it's 15 megs. You could download it and install it. So I think that's your answer. Rather than going to the cloud version of Google Photos, you can install this package. Let me give you an alternative because, and I want to tell you this, if you use a product that's no longer supported, whereas you can make it work, you can install it, it might not be in your best interest to do that because it's no longer supported. They're not going to have security vulnerabilities patched, and as Windows evolves, it's not going to stay compliant with all of the standards that Windows sets. So if you're looking to jump ship, you can go the cloud version of Google Photos, or I found a program that is listed as one of the 5 best replacements for. And this is a local program called Photo and then THECA. So I don't know that Photo Theka, whatever. PHOTOTHECA is the product. So you can download that. It's free and it's a album creator and organizer. And then I think it even has some editing capabilities in there, but it looks to be free. Again, I just searched it and Googled it, so I can't really bless it as being something. I've never even actually installed it, but based on what I see here, it looks to be, the real deal, good replacement. Now, and I wanted to tell you something, like what we do in the computer industry is you have no idea when you're downloading free software if it's junk, garbage, malware, or even legitimate. You don't ever know. Okay, so what we do, and you got to think like this, and this is a perfect Saturday, it's raining outside, dabbling project. So you can download a program called VMware. Okay, this is free virtualization software. You can download and install VMware. Now, all you need is the ISO for your operating system that you're running on your PC. And you can install that operating system in a VM session. Okay. Now, when you want to install a program on your real machine, let's test it first within that little virtual machine. And that way, if it infects it and breaks it and it's stupid and it's terrible, you just infected the virtual machine and you never affected the outward machine. So if you already are someone who likes do-it-yourself things and you're pretty technically savvy, this is you creating a virtual environment to open up attachments from people and install unknown software is a great way to insulate your outside operating system without it getting infected or jacked up by, stupid free software. Because I'll tell you, Joe's rule from the beginning of time has been free is never free. If you can't figure out what the person who developed it has gotten from you by downloading it, right, you're in big trouble. So if you open it and there's a banner ad, then you can say, oh, there it is. That's how he's making his money. He's giving it away and 1 million people are opening it and he's getting ad revenue. Makes sense, right? But if you open it and it's not open source and how'd they make their money? Why would they just give it to you for free? You got to be that cynic, but it's part of the gig. So we got Margaret on the line, so let's go to Margaret next. Margaret, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Hi. I have a Samsung 10.1 tablet.
Okay.
And I have tried to download my DirecTV, app so that I can watch shows on my tablet. And it's telling me that my operating system does not support the program at this time. They are working on it, and, they are sorry for the inconvenience. Is that something that I have to wait for DirecTV to correct on their end, or is there another software program that can be put on this Samsung that would accept it?
Okay, so have you updated the tablet's operating system ever or in a while?
Probably not.
Okay, that's probably where I would start, where sometimes if you have an older version of the operating system, then it won't support the app that you have to install on it. It's requiring a newer version of that. So through settings, you can actually do an operating system update. Okay, so that's going to be your first deal is doing an update on the Android that's on there. And I would probably do a backup of the phone before I do that, because if anything goes wrong, it's usually, during one of those updates.
Okay. So where do I go? Do I have to wait until they're offering me an update, or is there a place
it's
that
constantly.
I can go to on here
you
and
can
do it?
Yeah, you can go into settings and you can tell it to go out to the internet. Is it connected to Wi-Fi?
It is.
Okay, so that's pretty easy. You're going to go into settings. I'm going to find that I don't have an Android tablet in front of me to do this, but it's the little gear icon. And let me look at it. I'm going to look at the interface and see if I can walk you through it a little bit. If not, I'll have to do that during the next break here, or bring it to the next show. Android tablet update settings. All right, I'm not able to pull this off fast enough, but if you stay tuned, I'll see if I can get the how to traverse the navigation screen and get at least in the right direction.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome. Thanks, Margaret. Appreciate you being out there. And all of it, whether or not it's iPhones or Windows devices or Android devices, you want to keep the operating system updated, because not only will apps not really stay compliant and work, but you're also kind of opening yourself to, problems. All right, so updating your tablet, connect the table to Wi-Fi, which you did already. Go to the tablet settings, tap General, scroll down About this device, and then tap Update. So it goes Gear, then it goes General, then it goes About this device, and then tap on Update. Easy as that. Okay, so let me give you the phone number for the Youngstown computer before too much longer here. So if you guys want to set up an appointment, you can call 330-259-7278. Write that phone number down, stick it on the side of your computer, and then eventually you will need services in the digital realm, and we'd really appreciate it. We've done a fair amount of service in the Valley, probably 10 years worth, and we've gotten really good at it, and it's one of those things where we do as much giving back to the community as we can. So if you want to support us, we'd really appreciate that. We have... I'm going to talk a little bit about Wi-Fi when we come back, and we have a special for setting up outdoor Wi-Fi, where if you're starting to do stuff from your patio, your backyard, and you want to get Wi-Fi out there, we have something set up for you. Okay, 330-729-9977. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. We'll be right back.
Seven-day cruise? Nobody just wins a 7-day cruise. Sorry, but being at home doesn't make me stupid. And the vacations on TV are so expensive. But I do think it would be nice to just get away for a moment. Thank goodness I found iPlay.com. Once I downloaded the application to my PC, I found a whole new world of adventures. I can play over 2,500 games like Paris Mysteries, Las Vegas Casino, and Lost Lands, all for a low monthly subscription with no extra fees. I can travel the world from right here at home, and I don't have to think about ridiculous scams or costly vacations. iPlay.com is free to download and easy to use. I deserve to have some fun, and now I do every day on iPlay.com. If you want to get away and have some fun like me, download iPlay to your PC and start your own home adventure right now.
Hey, it's me, Ron Verb. Join me Tuesday, May 15th. I'll be broadcasting live from Knoll Run Golf Course at 1421 Struthers-Coatesville Road. Great course, restaurant, and bar featuring Arnold Palmer, Spike T. Plus, you can sign up to win a set of Ping irons from Golf Headquarters.
We all know that being a mom is a full-time job. Why not treat her extra special this year and go to Unique Pampering in Grove City, PA? They have all the essentials to guarantee your mom has the best Mother's Day yet. And when you treat mom with a gift certificate to our Total Relaxation Package, we'll throw in a free visit to our salt room. She'll come home totally relaxed after her well-deserved manicure, pedicure, and facial. Give your mom the gift she deserves. From Unique Pampering, 112 South Broad Street in Grove City. Unique Pampering, a spa for you.
You're driving down the road and you hit a pothole, then another pothole, then you hit a big pothole. It's time to call Flynn's Tire and Auto Service and schedule an appointment for a free wheel alignment check. And if you do need alignment, go to Flynn'sTire.com for a $10 off coupon. While you're at Flynn's, get a free 15-point visual maintenance check for any other potential problems. You can get your car repaired anywhere, but doesn't it make sense to go to Flynn's, named top shop in all of North America? The next time you need car care, go to Flynn's Tire and Auto Service.
And tell them Flinny sent you.
Continuing Healthcare Solutions is proud to be in your community. Please join us for our first annual Health Fair May 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Hollywood Gaming Casino located at 655 North Canfield Niles Road. We will be raffling $100 casino vouchers every hour. Free giveaways featuring 38 healthcare vendors. The Health Fair is free and open to the public. May 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Hope to see you there.
Mother's Day is this weekend, and if you haven't stopped by Altiers Home and Garden Center, well, now is the perfect time. Altiers carries gorgeous patio pots and hanging baskets filled with a variety of colorful annuals, perennials that bloom year after year. Yard and patio accessories, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood. And of course, Altiers has unique gifts perfect for mom or that special lady in your life. Altiers Home and Garden on South Avenue near McClurg and Western Reserve Road.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks, there's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
Get thousands of free iHeartRadio playlists, perfect for any mood and activity, and perfect for fans of every genre, alternative, hip-hop, pop, and more. Looking for the biggest rock songs? Try the Classic Rock Channel playlist to hear the greatest rock songs of all time. Find the perfect playlist for you. Trust us, for every moment in life that music makes better, there's a free playlist for that on iHeartRadio. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. iHeartRadio.
Current temperature, 72.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. We only got a couple more minutes, so let's quickly get to the phone calls that we have lined up here. Let's go to Elizabeth next. Elizabeth, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can we help you out?
About our city. It's not about our state. It's not about Satanists and Christians. And it's more than that. It's not about police. It's not about anything like that. Bigger than that.
All right, are you there? Are you there with us, Elizabeth?
You need to understand that they're.
Okay, I'm going to put you back on hold. I don't know if you're talking to me or not, but let's go to Rick next. Rick, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
I just updated my computer from the Windows 10 to the Windows April version.
Okay, yeah.
And everything seems okay except for when I run the Windows Defender. It goes ahead and scans, and the files scanned go like the way they always have. But it says estimated time remaining, and the clock on it is like real erratic. It starts at like 6 seconds, goes up to 3 minutes eventually, and then it comes back down to 15 seconds. And I'm wondering, is this a problem with the Defender? Is it reliable? Can I trust it or not?
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Windows Defender is actually quite good with Windows 10, so it's not something you want to bail on. While you're talking there, I kind of looked to see if it was a problem with this update, and I'm not seeing that someone else is having a problem. What I would do, usually if Windows Defender is stumbling, it's usually because of file system or something gets hung up or there's an infection and it's kind of getting stuck. What I'd probably do is maybe run some disk cleanup and some defragmenting and do all of that kind of stuff, reboot it, and see if we can get it unjammed, because it sounds like that's what it's doing. Now, does it ever recover? It just kind of stops and stays there?
No, it goes up and goes through the whole thing, and it says 0 threats found and file scanned, 20,000, whatever. Everything seems normal except for the clock.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look deeper into it and find out if there is a problem. It's built into the operating system, so your choices as far as stuff, configuration, it's usually work or don't work kind of a thing. So let me look into it and see if there's a problem that I can share with you and the rest of the audience, and we'll go from there.
All right. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you. I enjoy your show. Thanks.
Oh, thank you so much, Rick. Appreciate it. And sometimes with updates, that's kind of the stuff that. Let me get that line. Oh, there we go. I did want to tell you about, we have a Sundown Rundown coming up here in 2 weeks, I believe, the 23rd at MVR. Now, again, we got to support these kind of things that come to Youngstown. Sundown Rundown is basically a Shark Tank like a version of Shark Tank, but we have, there's investors in the audience, and there are pitches, business pitches that show up. So these are young entrepreneurs that usually come up and they give their business pitch to a bunch of guys. So the 20:30 8 o'clock down at MVR. I'm sorry, 5 o'clock at MVR. So make sure you check it out. Reserve your tickets. All right, great show this week. Thanks for all the callers. Appreciate it. Have a good week. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and we will see you next week. You listen to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN.
Thinking of taking a summer vacation this year? Why not vacation in your own backyard? Drag out the lawn chairs or lay out the blankets. Have no problems with crowded beaches, messy sand.